how did the Fed feel about winning the Heart of Salford, or being one of the winners of the Heart of Salford?
Absolutely delighted, really, really thrilled to bits. The organisation, as with lots of organisations, have had a really difficult year this year. The demand for our services has increased, so we've seen a demand. We run a helpline, a community helpline. That's one of the things we do. And we've seen an increase of about 58% in terms of the calls to that helpline, certainly at the beginning of this year, the first 6 months. And our staff have worked really long hours, some of which has been in their own time. So our staff have volunteered as well as our volunteers volunteering. Lots of our clients have had to reduce their contact with the service. So where we normally do, we normally run 2 drop-in groups a week in our community centre, and those have been suspended. So we're relying on telephone calls to clients. We've dropped off shopping and medication sometimes, and it's been Zoom calls and that kind of thing. So people's mental health's been a little bit taken a bit of a dip. Perhaps our staff, I don't know, but maybe our clients certainly. So there's been a lot of strain on the service. We used to work with 1 in 10 Jewish households across the northwest in Greater Manchester, and that's now risen to 1 in 8 Jewish households across Greater Manchester. So, getting some recognition like this, it's really nice to get that sort of award, and it really means something to the team. So it's brilliant. Thank you.
What will winning the award mean for the Fed? Like, what will it? How will it affect the Fed? Will it help, or?
I think so. I mean, it's hard to say, isn't it? Because it's something you can't necessarily measure, but having that credibility, having the recognition from an external organisation, and there are some fantastic organisations in Salford and across Greater Manchester. So we know the competition is very, very intense for these kind of things. So I think it's a nice confidence boost for the team. It's some recognition for that hard work, and without wanting to sound cynical about it, I'm a fundraiser for the Fed, and it certainly helps my fundraising ability, because obviously getting that credibility from an external body, it's, we know hopefully we're doing things that make a difference. We try and measure that wherever we can, but these kind of things they're very nice things to get, but they will hopefully help us attract funding to our organisation as well as anything else. It's hard to say, really.
So were you expecting to win, or was it like a complete and utter surprise?
No, it's a surprise. I put the nomination in. I've done that a few times over the years. The nomination form's really straightforward, so I just did it one lunchtime when I was I wasn't saying I was doing nothing, but when I was doing my job, and I kind of nominated the organisation because I really love working for the Fed, and I'm really proud to be part of it. And I think that the people that we employ who are working on the front lines of the service really deserve that recognition. They've worked really, really hard, and so I thought we might as well, put the submission in and see what happens. So it was a surprise, massive surprise.
So, do you know how many other nominees there were for the award? Or
I have been told, and I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it might be about 60, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And I think there were 20 organisations that were selected for special recognition category. I think that's right, but I don't know how many nominations there were. But there's hundreds of organisations in Salford, so I imagine it was quite a number. We've been runners-up before, but we've never had a sort of winner thing.
So how many hang on, wait.
Okay.
So how have the Fed been managing Hanukkah with everything that's been going on?
So what we would normally do, a normal year, we would have Hanukkah parties. We'd have one for our volunteers, a big party for 80 odd people. We'd have a Hanukkah party for our residents. We'd have children's Hanukkah parties for the children in the children's centre, so children with additional needs or complex health conditions. We would do that. So we'd all get together, basically, have meals, that kind of thing. We would also normally deliver, I think I'm right in saying this actually, what we've had to do this year, sorry, instead of getting together, what we've had to do is deliver Hanukkah parcels to people's homes. So we've delivered, I think last Thursday, we delivered something in the region of 500 odd parcels. So gift packages. Our volunteers all took, I think, 10 or so of them out. And we delivered them to people who were vulnerable, living alone, maybe experiencing mental health issues or a carer or something like that. So we delivered Hanukkah parcels to people at home. We also normally have a big concert, so we have a choir. The residents have their own choir, and we would normally do a concert which has hundreds of people coming to it. Families can come and listen. So we recorded a video. We did a Hanukkah video instead, and that's been put on. I think it's gone on YouTube. I can send you a copy of it. It's hilarious. And that was done with little snippets of everybody singing, and then sort of spliced it together.
Might have
So really. Oh, have you? It's dead funny. I keep that. It really makes me laugh. So everything we've done, we've had to do it online, but we've dropped off the parcels in people's homes, and the feedback we've had has been lovely. I did one myself, so I also volunteer for the Fed, and the man I dropped the parcel off to said that he was thrilled to get the parcel. I think we put, I'm not exactly sure what we put in the parcels, but we put some food treats and candles and little things that people would usually use to celebrate Hanukkah. And he said it wasn't so much the parcel itself, it was the fact that he hadn't been forgotten, because people are at home, they're isolated, and even more so than usual now, because we're not doing our coffee mornings and we're not getting together as we were. So it's been difficult, but they've certainly done their best to celebrate. We've done our best.
Is there anything you'd like to add, or?
It sounds a bit cheesy, but I think the support that we get from Salford CVS is absolutely crucial to our smooth running of the organisation. Mm-hmm. Certainly from my point of view as a fundraiser, I actually used to subscribe to various trust funding newsletters, and I stopped doing it because the quality of information we get from Salford is so good. We don't need to have those paid subscriptions anymore. So I rely on their support really to help us fundraise for the organisation hugely. So we're just very grateful to them. Thank you very much. But yeah, thanks for the award. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Really appreciate it.
That's okay.